Roddy, welcome to Nepal as a coach. What was the first thing that came in your mind when the call came?
Well, how well Nepal has been doing over the last 2 years, and I've known Monty for the last 3, so to help him out, to assist him, with the World Cup and pass my experience on, and just to keep enhancing the careers of these young men, because their careers on the upward curve. Haven't done really well over the last 2 years, so I'm just going to pass on my knowledge, not make too many changes, just give as much advice as possible, be a shoulder that they can lean on, that they can discuss cricket, and continue that upward curve in their careers.
What was the first impression about the Nepalese bowling unit? What do you think is the strongest part, and what do you think needs?
Well, obviously the spinners bowl very well today. But when I look at the last 4 overs, for me the last 4 overs conceding 26 runs, the death bowling was a lot better than I thought it would have been. So that's a good thing, and probably that's a turning point from winning the game, because we stick them to 26 and we got 39 in the last 3 points. So it just shows that the last 4 overs in any T20 game is very, very important, and who holds the nerve and who stays disciplined will come out on top.
The thought of appointing you is the World Cup, so the conditions back in West Indies. How important do you think your inputs will be for the team to get better and know the conditions?
Well, because I know the conditions in St. Vincent, I know the conditions in Florida as well. Don't know much about Dallas, but I will try and get some local knowledge about the pitches in Dallas and pass it on. The thing about it, from what I've seen already, they're willing to learn. They're coachable, and once players are coachable, you can achieve anything, and the spirit is good. That's why you win cricket games, because for me, it's a team, and team win cricket games, not individuals. And today was a total team performance, not outstanding performance, but everybody contributed. You've
worked for West Indies for a long time, where bowlers with 150 k's are normal, but here in Nepal we don't have that pace. So how do you plan to accommodate that thing?
Well, I've seen it's all about discipline. It's all about discipline. It's all about throwing your ego aside and working to your strengths. If it means the keeper coming up to the stumps to make the batsman more uncomfortable, you've got to do that. You've got to try and get squeeze every ounce of your ability, because we don't have the 150 plus pace bowlers. So it's very, very important that we stay disciplined, we stay focused, and put your ego aside and do what's best for the team.
West Indies A is visiting Nepal after this tournament. How do you see that tournament coming, preparing us for the World Cup?
Well, that's a good thing. I'm not sure it's going to be at West Indies A. I think it's going to be a mixture of people who are not at the IPL, because it's also practice for the West Indies. So you would see people who are going to feature in the World Cup come into Nepal as well. So that's going to be very good for Nepal cricket. As you try to improve, you want to play better opposition as you're going forward, and that will be a good preparation leading into the World Cup.
There are a lot of young bowlers in team right now and back home as well. So how do you plan? How easy it is to work with these young players?
Well, today is the first day I've really worked with them, and I had 2 young seamers, one left arm, one right arm. They look very impressive. I gave them 1 or 2 technical tips, and they accepted it, and that for me again is heartening. They're willing to learn, they're asking questions, and once players do that and you stay open-minded, you can achieve. But seeing those 2, speaking to Coach Monty, he said one was under 19, and he looked very good. Once you can get him over a period of time, if I can be with him for the next 3 months that I'm here, then I think you will see the improvement, because the talent is definitely there for sure.
Monty was weaved his magic in Nepalese cricket, getting results, getting us to the World Cup. How important was Monty's presence in the team to bring you here?
But Monty is a very calm individual. He doesn't shout, he doesn't get upset. He doesn't put pressure on people for winning or losing. He's just asking people to go out and play and enjoy the cricket. And once Monty made the call, there wasn't even a question of me coming, because we had that close bond when we were with West Indies. We were family among the management. So if your brother needs you, you got to go and help him out, and you put aside whatever you're doing, and you go to it.
You said you know much about cricket, but the fans back home are waiting for you to welcome you. How excited are you to see the Nepalese fans in TU Cricket Stadium?
Well, Monty said that the crowds are very good in Nepal. It reminds him of crowds in the West Indies back in the 80s. So I'm really looking forward to that. You know, I'm really looking forward to being in Nepal to see what's going on and see how I can help, how I can improve, you know, how I can impact. You know, if I can find 2 or 3 seamers before I leave, then my work would have been done, and we can go to the World Cup and really put in a good performance, and, you know, keep building, keep growing, because even today the passion among the spectators, there were only a few, but the noise they were making. So once you get more people into the stadium, then it should be exciting.
Thank you for your time. Wish you for a successful tenure.
Thank you.